Frank Underwood was a great student leader when he was at Ohio University in the 50s. He was involved certainly as a student athlete. He was involved in our ROTC program, and he was involved in Greek life when he was here. As one of the first African American students to receive a scholarship to play football, Frank really stood out.
At some point along the way, I was made to understand if I got an education, a college education, that I would be able to do things that maybe I wouldn't be able to otherwise. The only way that I would be able to do that was through an athletic scholarship, because my family could not afford to send me to college. But I had a burn to go to college in order to fulfill my dream. So I participated in every sport that was available. And as a result, earned, I think it was 9 or 10 varsity letters, which set a record for the high school, which remained so until my buddy Les Carney tied it a couple of years later.
You know, and it was just a thrill to be able to play with Frank at Wintersville. Everyone looked up to him. He was just a quiet, unassuming leader, and very well respected.
Frank was able to utilize another skill, his excellent athletic ability, to accomplish the goal of getting an education.
Don't ask me why I chose Ohio University. Something just led me to come to Ohio University, because I did have other choices. And it was the greatest decision I could have made as far as my higher education is concerned.
Come one Monday morning, Coach Widows moved Frank to first team and moved me also to first team. And
quite candidly, he said, "There's some opposition to you fellas being here." He said, "But if you do well, we will bring some other athletes next year and beyond." And amazingly enough, I think we had 4, maybe 5 on the football team. That's the first year we won the Mid-American Championship.
And then we went on and won the championship that year, 1953.
That you're not just an ordinary athlete out there. So much is expected from you in terms of personal character, your duty to yourself, your family, and to your race. Make everybody proud of what you've done. Frank has done exactly that. You can't help but reflect back on to the historical context. And in this sense, I'm referring specifically to Frank's relationship with President Baker at Ohio University.
I mean, it's interesting because he never, I don't think, specifically asked me anything. He would just talk and let me flow, so to speak. And from that, he would glean, in a sense, the temperatures of the race and everything else on the campus. I got my education, I got my degree, and I got my commission, and then I went on active duty. As a result, I spent many years in Germany and Korea and Vietnam and elsewhere around the world. And so it was a fulfillment of a dream.
Frank had natural organizational and leadership skills, which is another thing that I admired about him most. And as we began to plan for a reunion, Frank brought those skills directly into play and was just valuable in how to do it. The Soulful Bobcats is a group that was organized to include the African American students who attended Ohio University during the 50s and early 1960s. At that time, there were about 1% of the total Ohio University population that was African American. We found it necessary to build what appeared like family relationships between each other, to depend upon each other for our psychological as well as social needs. One of the qualities that I admire about Frank most is that he truly believes that whatever you do it well, do it as best as you can.
I believe that if you want something bad enough, you pay the price. You don't negotiate the price, you just pay the price, whatever it is, to get there.
Frank is a man of honor, integrity, capability, deep commitment, and loyalty. And I think it is so fitting that Ohio University, our alma mater, recognized Frank Underwood for that Trailblazer Award.
Frank is going to be just a great recipient, of the Ebony Bobcat Network's Trailblazer Award, for all of his achievements and accomplishments. Frank has paved the path not only for me, who came here as a student athlete, but for me as president.
Personally, I want to congratulate you on being honored in the Trailblazer Award. You deserve it.
You did it, buddy.